Thanks for clicking through to another segment of Tech Talk here at the Cambridge Chamber of Commerce, and we always like to talk to people who are in the know about technology today, whether it's devices, whether it's software, it doesn't matter what it is. And I have the foremost social media guru in North America.
Oh my goodness.
My good
Sorry,
buddy.
Jay. Sorry, Chris.
Oh, no, he absolutely is. From my perspective, he's my hero when it comes to it because he's driven me down a path that I never thought I would be, certainly at my age. But it's great to have you all the way from Washington State.
Yeah, just north of Portland, Oregon.
Just north of Portland, Oregon. Frank Kenny. You can see him, visit him online at frankjkenny.com. He's got a great website with anything you ever wanted to know about social media. Frank's got it there. Frank, it's great to have you back in Cambridge.
Yeah, it's been about a year, hasn't it?
I know it has, and we get to see each other a couple of times a year. We try and get you back here, but then we see you at some conferences, and it's always great to share some leisure time as well as professional time
Absolutely.
with you, Frank, because I think it's great. Actually, you and I share time every single week.
Mm-hmm.
You have a great show. It's called the Chamber Focus Show. You can actually get links to it off of Frank's website, so frankjkenny.com. You can go see past shows that have been up there on Frank's YouTube channel, but we talk about issues that are important to chambers of commerce and oftentimes issues that are important to small business, because chambers of commerce, as you point out all the time, are really small businesses operating in their community.
Right.
But you brought to us today a presentation for our members. I think that is vitally important. You talked about two key areas that I want to talk about.
Okay.
One of the areas is about the mobile computing and how people are, you're not having to take a picture on your mobile camera and then run back to your office and download it onto your computer and then post it on Twitter. People are doing that instantaneously with few clicks on their device, and they're doing that. That's starting to become probably the primary practice of communicating on social media is through your mobile device. How important is that?
It's absolutely critical if you want to keep up with the trend, if you want to be good at it, and there's no reason to do almost anything in life if you don't choose to be good at it. And so you really can't just be relying on your desktop computer or the laptop computer and everything waits until the next morning or something when it's in your schedule. You pull out the phone and you tweet. You take a photo and you upload it to Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest or LinkedIn. All of them have now really good apps that allow you to basically create awareness of what your company does or of what you're doing, build relationships, and then even conversion. So it's the entire funnel now can be done from your handheld mobile device. And so your employees should be having one wherever they go. If they go to a conference and they learn something new, they can come out into the hallway and shoot a video of themselves talking about what they've just learned. If you just worked with a customer and they had a question, you can go out to your truck and you put into your camera. These people just asked me a question about the importance of upgrading their electrical system, and let me tell you why this is important. 2 seconds later, it's up on Facebook. People are sharing it. You're giving gifts. You're being generous.
And that really was your message today about giving gifts and being generous.
Absolutely.
And so giving free advice to people is a gift.
Entertain them, inspire them, or educate them. Give gifts. Be generous. Don't sell. Don't push. Don't push on social media. Just provide value. You have expertise. Share it. Share it. Share it. Give gifts. Be generous. And the people will come to you, which is a lot better than cold calling people.
Yeah, it's like, your message really is we've now into an era of content marketing.
Right.
So it's about giving content. It's valuable content. So what do I want to see, Joe's Pizza Shop has the best pizza. Joe saying that? No, I don't. But, if Joe wants to talk about what goes into making a great pizza,
Yeah.
I might be interested in that, and I probably am interested in that. And what's the difference in crusts?
Yeah.
And how do you decide what you like? And I think that's what people really took away from this morning session was, what are they saying on social media? Are they saying come to my restaurant or my business because I've got the best or I am the best? They can demonstrate that by the information that they give you.
Yeah, and then once other people that know you, like you, trust you, see that you've shared that, and then they share it with their friends, now your customers are salespeople for you. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. There was one other thing that you touched on. You touched on it a year ago. And you and I have had several comments about conversations about it. We've actually covered it, I think, a little bit on one of the Chamber Focus shows. But it's this product out there called Nimble.com.
All right.
And it's a social CRM. And I think here is the problem. So I'm sitting here with a membership of 1,900 businesses. I've got 5,000 connections throughout the city to individual people on my
Right.
email. But I can correspond with them on email. And some of them, maybe a lot of them, I've got their Twitter handle. I've got, maybe they're a fan of the Chamber's Facebook page. Maybe they're a friend on my Facebook page. However, I don't have 5,000 of them. You know, and what I do have is I have that database full of their names and their addresses and their contact information from an email perspective. What you're saying is Nimble now can work and bring all of my contacts together, whether they're on my Facebook, whether they're on my Google Plus page, whether they're on my Twitter account, whatever, and LinkedIn, they bring them all into this CRM system.
Right.
And now I can start to make those added connections when I don't even know who is on Twitter and who isn't on Twitter. So
Right.
maybe let's talk a little bit about the importance of using effectively a social CRM like Nimble.com.
All right. Well, I think one example that pertains to what you were just saying is you may have somebody in your life, a contractor, a client, somebody that's really important to you, and you think you use social media for business, and you're doing social media, but you might find out when you start importing in who you know that there are certain people that you should know them on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and all the other places you are because they're your most important client. And you might find out that, wow, I only have connected with this person on Facebook. This is a LinkedIn, a prime LinkedIn person for me, that for me to stay in touch with and to build this relationship. And what the social CRMs, and Nimble in particular, will do is it'll go through your entire social media connections. It'll import them from all the different sites you're at. It'll organize them, and then it'll give you a listing of, all right, these are the people you know. And you can go through, and if you notice that, wow, I need to know this person better. I'm really not investing time in a relationship with this person. You click a button, and they've been sent a Facebook friend request or a LinkedIn connection request. And so it allows you to really focus on your target market and build relationships with them. And it'll surface the fact that, you know what, this person's really not in my target market. They're cluttering up my social media stream, and they're just another connection, but it's kind of the background noise.
Yep.
If I'm a serious business person and I'm using social media for business, I need to focus on my target market and my niche. And so you can go through and you don't remove them from your social media sites, but you do remove them from your LinkedIn account. And so you're sifting the wheat from the chaff. And then what Nimble will do will tell you, hey, you haven't contacted this person that you said was important in over 3 months. With a click of a button, you send them a message saying, hey, how are you? Just touching base. What's new? I do this almost every day. It's amazing the messages that come back is like, well, thanks for checking in. It's so exciting at our chamber. We're trying this and this and this. And, you know, we have a small little conversation, and then we both go back on with our lives, but now I'm top of mind. The relationship is strengthened. And you do this enough times, you'll never have to run ads or sell too much anymore if you're focused on relationships, and content marketing brings people to you. And that's the thing.
And the best one you've seen is Nimble.
And Nimble's the one I personally use. I've used it for a year. I've talked to their CEO, and
Well, we had
it's
him
just
on
a
the
great
Chamber
company.
Focus show,
Yeah,
I
we've
believe.
interviewed
Yep.
him. He was the guy.
So we
that's
both know John, and we're going
Yep.
to tag John in this.
Fantastic.
We're going to
fellow
make
like
sure that John knows that we've been promoting Nimble.com. But
He's a good guy.
But yes, he is a great guy, and actually incredibly responsive. You send John an email, and he sends you an
He's
email
on.
right back.
Yeah.
But he's built a client relationship management system that's what it's about.
relationships. It's relationships.
And he wants to have a relationship, and he wants you to have as many relationships as you can. And Nimble is really a great product to be able to bring those people together and meet with them and socialize with them and connect with them and to build that relationship whatever medium they seem to be appropriate with for your relationship.
Yeah, it interfaces with all the different social media sites, and it completely knocks down that thing that they call Dunbar's number, to where you can only have 150 real relationships. Well, that was before technology. When you leverage Nimble or a social CRM, it gets up into the thousands of people. Now, they're not best friends all the time, but before you make a phone call to somebody you haven't talked to in 6 months, you go to Nimble. It has all their social media profiles. You can read all their posts. You can see that when their birthday is and their phone number, everything that's public, it imports into Nimble. And then when you pick up the phone, you can say, "Hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday." And they think that here you've been
That
waiting.
gets a little bit weird, though. That's getting,
Oh, it's a little spooky, some of it,
It is spooky. You mentioned real funny today because it happens, right? So you post something on or you upload something onto your Facebook page and you get one like,
Yeah.
and not too much activity, and then all of a sudden it's your birthday and like 40 or 50 people.
I know.
And I think it's because you said that 90% of the people are out there that are on, that are looking,
They're
but
there.
not doing.
Yeah, that's right. They're just in the background reading everything. Well, I think.
Well, they're all there. You got
Yeah.
that. You have that little "Who's seen this?" The viewed by, and you can look at that list, and it's interesting. I see one like, and maybe somebody will comment on it, and then I'll see 27 people have seen this.
When you have a Facebook group,
Yeah,
you can see
yeah.
how many people in the group have seen
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of neat, and yet they don't. A lot of them, and I see the same names coming up.
Well, that's how it
And
is.
I've never seen. There are some people on there that have never posted a thing, never said a thing, never. Well, I don't know what. No, they've never liked it either
Yeah.
because they're just
They're
looking.
They're lurking. But you only really get out of life what you put into it, so don't lurk. Be active, engage. Give gifts, be generous.
Give, be generous. What should you be putting up? Should you be talking about yourself?
Not too much. Maybe 1 out of every 10 posts can be a little bit, I'm going on vacation, or I just won an award. That's okay. But 90% of the time, it should be providing inspiration, entertainment, other kind of value to your target market, your audience, that improves their lives. Celebrate your customers, not yourself.
Yeah, and I think what you mentioned this morning that was really valuable is find out what your customers' questions are about you and your business, and answer those questions.
Yeah, I mean, you get phone calls all the time. You hang up the phone after answering a question, and you post it out to Facebook or social media, and then you share it on all the social media sites, and you just gave a gift to dozens, if not hundreds of people.
And once I give you a gift, what do you have to do?
Well, reciprocate, you bought me lunch, next time it's on me.
Frank, anytime you're in Cambridge, I'd be happy to buy you lunch, dinner, whatever you want. It's great to have you here. It's wonderful to have your professional relationship with us at the Chamber here and myself personally. I get so much value. I've told you that my participation every Friday on your Chamber Focus show is one of the most valuable pieces of time of my week because I get so much out of it in conversing, not just with you, but your guests. And as well the other participants in the show. It's just what you're doing is amazing, and you certainly are a leader from our perspective, and we appreciate everything you do for the Cambridge Chamber of Commerce and our members.
I'm having a ton of fun doing it.
I'm sure you are. We're going to have you back again, of course. Great to have you here.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
All right, you too.